Hi, Sweet Pea.
Hi, Mummy Bear.
On to episode 24 of Good Old Chit-Chats.
Exactly. What's love got to do with it? And I've purely got that song in my head because we've just been listening to Tina Turner because Tina Turner came up on this.
Well, Tina Turner certainly came up on the Gardener's World episode.
Yeah.
This was Gardener's World 2024, episode 21, when Mark Turner was on. And he is the Elite Orchids guy.
Most
in
amazing
Gloucestershire.
orchids. Yeah.
Most incredible orchids.
Greenhouses filled to the brim with orchids of all sizes, and he has little like ghost ones and all
Those
sorts.
cute little ghost ones.
Yeah.
And his love of orchids came about when his mum, Tina Turner, bought him one for doing, well, we find out not necessarily getting amazing grades in his A-levels, but certainly for sitting his A-levels.
Yeah,
He got
exactly.
his first orchid, and that's when it all kicked off. We find out all about that.
All about that.
So Mark gives us a mini tutorial on orchids, how to nurture them from babyhood to adulthood.
I know, yeah, babyhood to, we'll put it like that, because I must say I didn't know much about orchids. I kind of had looked up some stuff about them. I just knew they were very, very difficult to look after, and it was great getting some great top tips from him about
real insight into it.
how to look after them, even though in his dream garden we kind of were surprised
How few orchids there were.
at how few orchids there were in his dream garden.
Yeah, because when we got onto ornamentals, we asked for Mark's first ornamental, and then there was the most extraordinarily long pause to the
Yeah.
point where I thought he had frozen on the screen.
I could have got a cup of tea.
Yeah, it was a very long pause, and none of us talked, so it was complete dead space.
Yeah.
And then he announces his first plant, and because it had taken so long for him to come to that, we were just so shocked by then his choice, and it took us a moment to pick ourselves up off the floor.
Exactly.
But you won't hear that long pause in this because I had to edit it down,
Yeah, of
because
course.
it really was an extended silence.
It was crazy otherwise.
But that explains our reaction when he finally announces his first ornamental.
Yeah, so you won't be able to go get a cup of tea.
You won't be able to get a cup of tea in that one. We have some various noises. We've got major Hobbs involvement here. Major. I couldn't do anything about that.
Oh,
She
Christ.
grumbles a lot. She does, to quote Adam Buxton, a flappy reset several times in one moment.
Yeah.
Couldn't edit that out. Also with the sound in the middle section, for some reason Mark's sound went down.
Oh.
I've tried to bump that up as much as possible. Hopefully it's relatively even, but you may have to turn your volume up a bit in the middle section.
Okie dokes.
Mark has, as I mentioned, he's got Elite Orchids. That is in Gloucester, I think, in Gloucestershire. But we will put a link to that and to a couple of places that he mentions onto our website. That's notjustgarden.co.uk.
Exactly. You can find all of it with the pretty little dots on the map, so
The
you
pins
know
on
where
the
it
map,
is.
so you can find him.
Yeah.
Just zoom in, and there he is in Gloucester.
Yeah.
And you can also find Mark on the Chit-Chats Rogue Gallery on there. But if you want to get in touch, please do. If you've got any feedback or any comments.
Top tips, even.
Nice
I love
ones.
a good top tip.
Top tips, we always like that. If you'd like us to say any of your top tips on the next episode, then do let us know and we'll add that in.
Exactly.
You can contact us on the website or through our email address, which is notjustagarden@outlook.com.
Exactly.
So, Sweet Pea, the format.
Right, for Mark's dream garden, the structure behind it was garden boundary, shed or greenhouse, 5 ornamentals, 5 edibles, 1 statement tree, pond or pool plus 1 plant, and finally his favourite seating area with his favourite drink and 1 plant for that area. He did also sneak in some other stuff into that last one, and you'll hear that at the end.
He was very cunning with that.
Very cunning, and I will be doing that with my dream garden.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you will. So, this is episode 24, a good old chit-chat with Mark.
Let's go.
Welcome, Mark, to a good old chit-chat.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you for joining us. So we saw you
Yep.
on episode 21, I think it was. I got that right? 21 of Gardener's World this year.
Wow.
And wow.
Some time ago. It feels a long time ago.
It was.
It
When did
does.
they actually film?
We shot that in April, May, around Chelsea time
Oh, this year. So,
this year.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
'Cause some people it's been filmed really way in advance before it's actually been published.
Yeah, like a year
Okay.
before.
How did it come about then? Did you contact
We
them?
know. No, they contacted us. And one of the researchers knows us and from some of our apple trees and things like that. She looked around the greenhouses and said, "Hey, we'd love to know more about orchids." So I said, "Well, let's talk. And they
Perfect.
invited themselves round. We had a little look.
So they were looking at your apple trees in the first instance.
Yeah, so Judith, one of the ladies involved, she's lovely, and she was pruning the apple trees for me. And she said, "What have you got in all those greenhouses?" So
Oh, wow.
I opened up, we wandered in, we had a little look around, and she was just blown away, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
of
because
course.
you mentioned you got 100,000 orchids there in your greenhouses. Is that
Yeah,
right?
we have. I mean, it depends how you usually define it. It's, in theory, we've got millions because we've got millions and millions of seeds, of
Yeah.
which we will then plate them up in our little laboratory you might have seen,
Yeah.
and we
Love
grow
that.
them on. So there
Yeah.
is probably somewhere between 20,000 and, I don't know, a couple of 100,000
Wow.
in any one time.
Wow.
But some of them are literally protocols, which are in the little labs.
Yeah.
They're 100 or 50 per flask,
Mhm.
and they're all growing away,
Yeah.
waiting for their
Incredible.
special moment.
So you said on the show that you got into orchids because your mum, or you bought what a cymbidium was it when you were 15 years old?
Yeah, I was
Started getting
15,
into
went
those.
to Marks and Spencer's.
Oh my
I saw
goodness.
this. Am I allowed to say that?
The
Marks and
usual
Spencer's.
orchid place, yeah.
Yeah, and they're on the shelf. And I thought, oh, that is just amazing. I want to grow that. So
Yeah.
anyway, I bought that, and I bought some more with my pocket money. I did O levels and A levels as
Mhm.
they were back then, and
Yeah.
Mum just said, if you do well, you can have a orchid of your choice at our local orchid nursery. So I
Oh,
worked really,
wow.
really hard, and I bought a Cattleya recital, which I've got
Right.
to this day,
Yeah.
growing well.
You've still got it.
What,
I've still got it, yeah.
Gosh.
and what does that
Quite
look
sweet.
like?
It's a big, they call it a flouncy flower. It used to be, in the olden times, put in buttonholes for men. And it's about the size of a lady's hand, bright white, pure white. It just looks lovely, smells lovely.
Wow.
Oh,
And
Oh,
it
wow,
used to
that's
be like a
amazing.
dressed flower or a cut flower.
incredible.
Yeah.
So when you've got an orchid like that, you say you've had that since your A levels. Also, what A levels did you do? Anything to
I
do
did
with gardening?
chemistry, physics, and design.
Mhm.
I bummed out of physics.
Mhm.
I failed, completely ungraded. I think I did really badly in design. I think I've got a C in chemistry, so I
Well
didn't do
done, because
very well.
chemistry A level is really hard. I did chemistry A level.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I hated it.
yeah. Looking back now, I didn't try very hard. I should
Oh,
have
didn't
tried
you?
harder.
Oh, but you still got your orchid.
Still got the orchid.
I still got the orchids, and I still my full-time job is quite exciting. So I blow up buildings, produce rain, wind, fire, snow
Well,
for
I
TV and
saw
film.
that when I did a bit of cyber stalking. I saw that you have your own pyrotechnics company. Is that right? A special
Yeah, and
effects company.
that's what pays the mortgage. That's what pays all the bills.
Wow.
The orchids is really just a thing on the side.
Yeah, just to earth you, ground you.
Yeah, it's my yin to
Yeah.
my yang.
Yeah, it
I'd
is.
say.
Very,
Yeah.
very
I
different.
blow stuff up
Completely.
on one side, and I like to grow and nurture something on the other side.
I know it's nothing to do with plants, but how did you get into pyrotechnics?
So, as a young guy, I grew up with things like Indiana Jones,
Mhm.
Star Wars, all those action,
Yeah.
films. And I had a little what we call a Super 8 camera, which is a cine camera.
Oh yeah.
And I used to make our own little movies, and I used to
Oh,
do
cool.
little explosions in the shed, explosions in the back garden,
I bet
like
your
every
mum loved
boy
that.
does. Oh, she loved me, and Dad. I constantly used to burn little black holes
Yeah.
in the lawn.
Oh, no.
In the carpet.
Yeah, I wasn't popular.
No.
I burnt down half the shed. Half the shed
Did
survived.
you
Oh,
really?
no.
It wasn't my fault, but
No,
we
it
won't
never
go there.
is. Never is.
No.
So
That's how
you
it
thought, I'll
started.
set up a business doing this.
Yeah,
And then the
Wow.
orchids you have as your sideline.
yeah, it's my hobby really, I think, and that's
Mhm.
waxed and waned. I was really into it 15, 16, 17, 18. Went away to college, so it stopped then for a bit.
Mhm.
Came back, got a job, so I had a couple more.
Mhm.
So yeah, they come and go. Moved
Yeah.
house, so they had to stop. Didn't have a greenhouse.
And now you've
Oh,
got
Bought a
four.
no.
greenhouse, and now I've got 4 big greenhouses. So
We got 4.
And massive greenhouses. We saw that on the footage. They all sort of
Yeah.
lined up neatly together. and-
yeah, I think from our point of view, compared to somebody who grows them at home, yes, they are big greenhouses. But compared to Amsterdam or anywhere where they do mass production,
Mhm.
I
Of
think I
course.
describe myself as semi-professional, if that makes sense, because we don't do it full time, but we're probably bigger than the average average bear, so to speak.
Yeah.
So in the UK, are there many orchid growers and sellers and dealers?
I think there's quite a lot of growers. I think there's
Mm-hmm.
quite growers. In terms of people who grow and sell, I think there are probably 6 left,
Oh, is that all?
of which 2 or 3 are full-time, maybe 4 full-time. The rest of them
Okay.
have gone. I mean, in the last 20 years, I think we've probably lost 80% of our orchid industry.
Why do you think that is?
No.
Cost of greenhouses,
The cost of
cost of
greenhouses.
heating, yeah,
Really?
cost of
Oh
heating them,
no.
cheaper to buy them in.
But then you mentioned Amsterdam, and we've been hearing that since Brexit, it's been harder to import plants because of all the
Yeah.
stringent checks you have to go through. Has that not seen you guys get a bit of an up curve in terms of demand over here?
I think a bit of up curve. I think it's not as easy for people to buy them from abroad. So we have had a bit of an up curve, but on the other side, I think Europeans value orchids differently than British people do.
Oh, really?
And so therefore we used to sell a lot to Europe. Over half of our trade was Europe. So I think we
so
lost
that's been
halfway.
stopped that direction going
Yeah.
from UK
Of
to
course.
EU.
So it's tricky, really.
And how do you think Europeans value orchids differently to us Brits?
I don't know for certain. I think, well, what I perceive is that the Europeans, because it's warmer, it's drier, I think they possibly, and I'm only talking very general, so I don't want to upset anybody, I think they tend to grow 1 or 2 more expensive ones, and they grow them carefully on their balcony outside in the sun, maybe. I think they value them much higher.
Yeah.
Whereas in general, and I'm just generalizing, in the UK, I think a lot of people, because we have grey weather, wet weather, they're grown inside on a shelf, which is great, but I think the value of them is less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
can understand that.
And also, they do seem to be everywhere. Like
I think,
in all, I think of Home Base and
Yeah.
the Range and places like that.
The kind
You
of
can get them
usual
everywhere, can't you?
ones.
Yeah.
I think mass-produced ones are, yeah. I think,
Yeah.
but they all come from Amsterdam and Europe. It probably costs them, I'm going to say, €4 to make, and they'll sell it for €4.50. So they'll make €0.50 a plant, but they'll ship 1 million through every day.
Oof.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
1.5 million euros
Yeah.
is worth it. Whereas we're completely the opposite end of the scale. We might make, if we do our own cross, we might save 25 plants from the flask, and those 25 plants, that's all we have to sell.
Right.
That's all we have room for.
Okay. So we should say your orchid business is called Elite Orchids, isn't it?
Yep.
And you're based in Gloucestershire?
Yeah, sunny Gloucester usually.
Sunny
But not
Gloucester
today.
usually. And on the show you were showing, I loved your lab, by the way. That just
Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, right up Sweet Peas Street. You would love a little
I love
sanctuary
labs.
like that, wouldn't you? So we saw all your beakers with the, what do you call them, the little, when they've just
We call them, well, they're
sprouted?
protocorms originally. So
Protocorms.
protocorms, like little peas, little sweet peas, little peas of information, which is growing on a jelly base.
Because you said that the seed of an orchid was different to other seeds, where it doesn't contain the carbohydrates and things like that, but it contains the DNA.
Yeah, so essentially, if you look at a sunflower seed, it has all the DNA information, but it has a huge reservoir of food. So you can actually put it in a bit of paper towels, give it some water, and it grows. Same as peas and other things.
Yeah.
Orchids only have the information stored within the seed, and that is because in the jungles it's like flour, it's like dust, it's blown for miles around because it is so light and fluffy. It's like icing sugar.
Yeah.
And wherever
you showed
it
it
lands,
was so fine.
yeah, it's super fine. But where it lands, it needs to link up with mycorrhizals, which enables it to actually get the food it needs to grow.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So for
But it
things
has
like
all the
mushrooms on
information.
the floor,
Yeah, very
for
similar to that.
example.
And then you were saying from that stage onwards, what was it, another 18 months before it then starts
Yeah.
getting
So
big enough to prick out?
Yeah, we'll take the seeds, we sterilize it in one way or another. We sew it onto a honey jar with jelly in the bottom that has nutrients and things it needs to grow. And then they will in the dark. They take usually between around 6 to 12 months to germinate, and that's going from a speck of dust to a tiny, tiny pea.
Mm-hmm.
And when you've
Do you
got
water
those
it?
there, you don't water it, you don't touch it. It's a sealed
Don't touch it.
environment. As soon as
Oh,
you
okay.
open it, it
Yeah.
becomes contaminated,
Of
and you have
course. Yeah.
moss and
Oh,
horrible,
right.
horrible.
Mold and everything. Okay.
Mold is, yeah, that's everybody's worst nightmare.
Yeah. And what temperature would you keep that at?
We
Sorry.
keep them about 18 to 20, 22.
Right.
And we store the first 6 months in darkness in cardboard boxes under the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Because out of
Okay.
everything we sow, not everything germinates. So out of every 10 seed pods we grow, probably 5 will germinate.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And so, you have a honey jar which is sealed. You can't sow 12 of these little seedlings, so you end up having a mass of them in there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a couple of hundred at least. And then
Oh,
you have
wow,
to
yes,
take
of course.
that jar. You call it pricking out, like you do with
Yeah.
any kind of seeds.
Yeah.
You prick them out, and from those 200 seeds, you'll put 25 or 20 in another honey jar, seal the lid, and put that in daylight.
Right.
Okay.
And then that's for how long before you take them out?
Each one varies, typically about a year, 18 months, possibly up to 2 years. We were growing from then a tiny, tiny little pea up to, let's say, 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that'll take a year, 18 months.
So you need a lot of patience, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not really a
Yes.
patient man, which is very strange because I don't know how I do this. I think the answer for me is my culture got better when I had more plants, when I wasn't fussing over every individual one,
Okay.
and I had lots and lots. Everything got
Yeah.
less attention, and they all seemed happier because I was less involved. Like life, when I'm not
Just
involved,
leave
it's
me
much
alone.
easier.
I'm just trying to grow.
Yeah, stop picking me up. Stop turning me round.
And what do
Stop
you
blaming me.
do? What do you do with the roots? Because obviously it's in that kind of gel thing. What do you
Yes, in
do?
the
How do
gel.
you take out the seedlings individually
So
afterwards?
in an ideal world, the roots will grow out, they'll go into the gel, they'll pick up the moisture, they'll pick up the nutrients, and they'll go round and round the honey jar.
Okay.
Occasionally, they don't like the gel, so they'll grow up in the air, or the green
Oh.
leaves will grow with no roots. So there are
Oh,
lots of
wow.
different variations because the gel is actually a really complicated formula for different plants. So that's when my wife comes in. I'll give her a jar and she'll take them out. She'll rinse them in warm water and she'll deflask them, as we call them. So essentially they're taken out, then they're put on cotton wool, and I'll then pot them up into, we call them compots, so pots of 3 or pots of 5, and we'll grow them on like that.
And then that's where you're using pumice and a very
Pumice
airy,
and bark
dry.
and airy mix, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a bit of a Mickey taking this end because I came up with a phrase, an open mix is a good mix.
I remember
As
that.
my family constantly remind me.
Oh, no.
Open mix is a good mix.
Was that a catchphrase you came up for
No,
just for
it
Gone
was
as
just-
well?
yeah, it
just
was
spur of
for
the
that.
moment, and now it's
Yeah, literally
it's
came
yours.
out and it's stuck now.
A no mix is good mix.
My favourite thing that you said was you enjoy just tootling away in your lab. I thought
In my own
that's-
little world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
get
spent
that.
time there for the last 2 or 3 months. I'm desperate
Oh,
to go back,
wow.
but
Just busy
yeah,
with
just haven't had
work.
a chance.
or
Busy
life.
with work, busy with life, busy with
Yeah.
family.
That happens,
So I've got
doesn't it?
probably a backlog of, I don't know, 24 seeds I've got to repot on. I've got a
Right.
whole lot of flasks I need to take out.
Yeah.
And I've only got X amount of space in the greenhouse, so I
Yeah.
can't fit them all in. So it is
It's
a
a
nightmare.
challenge. Yeah.
It is a challenge.
I think we should get on with your dream garden, Mark. So I'm going to
Okay.
hand you over to
Absolutely.
Sweet Pea, and she will take you through it.
Okay.
Righty ho. So, dream garden, anything you want in the world. What would be your garden boundary?
Oh, that's a tricky one, isn't it? I suppose if I really want to do something, I would do the Eden project in my back garden.
Oh, wow.
Eden project. Oh
Why
my
I just
god,
love.
brilliant.
He did it. I can't remember the guy's name. He did it. I just thought, you know what? That's what I would love. Just to have an Eden project, a little corner set aside for orchids, another bit for cacti in another corner,
Yeah.
and then that
wow.
would be just
So you're going to have some bubbly domes.
bubbly domes. It'd probably be mostly orchids. I'd love to, when you go to the tropical bits and you wander up, and all the tropical trees. Wouldn't it be lovely just to go and see a ghost orchid on the side, growing away
Oh,
and
wow.
flowering? And
Pretty special.
Yeah.
So that's going to be your garden boundary. So you're just your garden is inside a bubbly dome.
I think so. It's a shame, really, because it is nice to be in nature
Outside.
and outside. So it's probably my dream. But what we've
But you
actually
can
got at
have that. You don't have to
Can I
change
have
it.
two? So that's
Nope.
one of them, and that's the one I would like. The other one I've kind of got already. So we discovered our well. We've got a house, and we've got a very old well, which we
Oh,
literally.
cool.
My
No
wife
way.
used to dig here, and she went through the wall of it. So we discovered
Oh,
a well. We built
wow.
it up, and we've got a little sitting area around
Yeah.
it. So my actual dream garden, which I've got, is a well with a row of bricks around the edge,
Hmm.
a glass top, so you can look down inside the well.
Cool.
Behind me there are banana leaves, banana plants,
Yeah.
flowering
Yeah.
with bananas on, and around the edges are just pretty plants. And you sit there with a gin and tonic with the sun going down in the far background.
Well, so is this well within your bubbly dome?
No,
Because you
because
could,
it's artificial in the bubbly dome.
So are we having bubbly dome or open garden?
or we could do half bubbly dome and half open garden with the well.
You're too kind, Sweet Pea.
You can
I'll
You
leave
see
it
what
to
I
you.
mean?
I don't know what's coming up next, so I want to be careful how I answer it.
So you could have a bubbly dome that opens out into an outdoor area that has a well in the
Yes.
middle of it.
Okay, all right.
And
Okay.
Exactly.
and the boundary of your outdoor area would have what? Would it be just open, or would you have woodland? or-
Open fields with woodlands just nestling at the bottom
So
with
no real
bluebells.
boundary between your garden
There
and
are no
these
boundaries in
woodlands.
life. No.
Quite.
Doing some philosophy here.
Yeah.
So open to rolling fields, some woodland, and some bluebells in the
Yeah.
woodlands.
Bluebells at the bottom.
Lovely.
Snow drops down the drive.
Nice.
Snow
we've got a
drops
drive
down
now
the
as well.
drive.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you have to get to this place, don't you?
Next question. Would you like a shed or a greenhouse in your dream garden? I
Oh,
think I know the
greenhouse.
answer. Of course. I knew
Greenhouse,
this
though
was
I
gonna
do like
happen.
a man shed. But in my greenhouse, in my packing area where we pack plants, we dispatch them, we send them out. I do have a little fridge with beers and gin and tonics pre-made in the
Nice.
little
Oh,
cans.
wow.
Okay.
So it's
So
almost
we'd
a
have
man
that
shed.
in there.
So when you're packaging things, you've always got a beer in hand, have you?
Not always, because I do that during the day, but maybe after when the sun goes down. So maybe
Yeah.
5:36. I don't want
Got
to
it.
start too early.
So we've got a greenhouse which has a little fridge in it, packed with canned beers and
Gin and tonic.
gin and tonics.
What will the greenhouse look like?
The greenhouse would be like a dome, like Eden Project.
Eden Project.
so-
Brilliant.
Okay, so one part of your garden is a massive dome that you
Yeah.
can exist in. Then you've got your open garden, woodlands,
A little walkway
bluebells, a
down to my
walkway,
well.
down to your well.
Yeah.
And then to one side, you've got another little dome.
A
The
mini
same
dome.
style as your Eden Project dome.
Oh, I see where you're going now. I see where you're going. How about we have a big Eden Project dome, but inside that there's a wooden shed that has my little fridge for my little
Right.
beers.
We're
So
going
there's
with
Sweet
a
Pea just
shed.
crossing out a few
Crossing
lines.
out.
I want to see her sketch it later.
Okay.
And so this shed
Right.
is a predominantly wooden shed.
Yeah,
Lots of
nice little
windows,
wooden
not
shed.
many windows.
Lots of windows,
Lots of windows. Okay.
but you only look out into the dome. You don't look beyond the dome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And what colour would you like the shed?
I would like it brown, natural brown.
Natural.
So what sort of
brown.
wood are you having it?
Oh, it's a good one. Pine's a bit light.
Nice
Elm.
And a bit yellow.
Oh, an elm.
Cedar.
Cedar.
Oh,
Cedar.
cedar. Lovely.
Cedar.
Cedar seems to be quite
Popular.
a type of wood that lots of people really
Popular?
like at the moment. Yes,
Is
I was trying to find the word for popular. I was
Popular?
going- Thank you.
Bubbly.
It seems to be really popular
There we go.
at the moment. Cedar wood. I don't think we've
Okay.
got anything in cedar. Is it? It's quite a light colour, or is it
It's
quite
the one
dark?
that goes kind of grey, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It goes kind of silvery.
Oh,
But then so does
lovely.
elm also goes.
Okay.
And oak. Oak goes silver.
So we're going with
Okay.
cedar.
We're
Cedar.
going with cedar. So this is good. This is what answered my second question, which was in which part of the garden was it going to be? So it's in the dome. as
in
a
the
little
dome as you
shed.
walk in on the right hand side.
Was-
Yeah, the little fridge is in there in the shed on the left hand side at the bottom.
Got it.
There's a seat on
Brilliant.
the right hand side for me to sit on.
Little seat, a little stool to sit on, maybe a little bar
Well,
counter.
I was thinking one of those nice cast iron chairs. Oh, I've always
Yeah.
fancied some of those. Have you seen those king throne chairs? What do we call them? Yeah, like a big armchair. King. It's called a king's
but like
chair. It's got like
a big boy or something, isn't it?
I don't
No,
know that
Big
one.
Boy is from Friends. That's what Joey and Chandler were choosing.
No,
answers.
we're not going
no,
to one of
a
those,
lazy
louder
boy.
things. Lazy boy. No. Oh yeah, I can so see that with the beer.
So almost like a
Orchids.
wingbat chair, but not quite.
Oh, very
Yes.
smart. Okay.
Very nice. In red, like Taskmaster, or
I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, you could do a nice burgundy colour.
nice burgundy
Deep
colour,
red.
lovely. Well then, now we're on to the 5 ornamentals. I have a feeling I know one of the plants at least that would be in there.
Okay.
So what
I
would be
need
your
to name
5
5 ornamentals.
Mm-hmm.
Peony.
Oh, what? Where did that come from? I was like
peonies.
orchid. I was not ready for peony.
I was trying to go off stream because if not, I would just give you.
I mean, long pause for peony.
Should we try that again?
Now let's go with the peony. So, what colour peony are you going with?
Red. I have a lovely dark red one again,
Oh,
burgundy
lovely.
colour.
Yeah. The big blousy blooms.
Big blousy blue one. Yeah.
Is it a tree peony? We've got herbaceous.
No, the lower ones. It's about 2 foot, 3 foot.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it dies
yeah.
right back every
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a
I
peony
love
as
that.
well.
Magnolia. Can I do magnolias?
A magnolia.
Oh,
as well.
lovely.
I've got to choose 5, do I?
Magnolia. What type have you got?
Oh, I don't know the name of it. It's white and pink.
White and pink magnolia.
White and pink magnolias.
Pollinated by
Lovely.
beetles.
Is it? I didn't know that. Let's go with a Paphiopedilum orchid.
Right.
Whoa,
Excellent.
Okay, you cannot go peony, magnolia, and then just go paphlopatha. I cannot
Well,
keep
I
up.
have to get it in there. People will. Can I be more generic? Maybe I just say a slipper orchid.
A slipper orchid.
See, a slipper orchid is anything with a pouch. Now that then covers a whole range of different taxonomy bits and bobs.
But what was the word you said? A Paphlopenia?
A Paphiopedilum.
Paphiopedilum.
But you could just say slipper orchids if it was easier.
So Paphiopedilum is does that cover the whole slipper orchid family?
I think, no, Paphiopedilum is one group of plants within the slipper world.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
Okay.
made up roughly of Paphiopedilums, which, you have Phragmipediums, which grow slightly
Okay.
wetter. You have Cypripediums, which are usually growing outside much colder.
Okay.
And there's another one. I think it's Seleniums, but I might be wrong about that. There is another one as well.
Okay. What does the Paphiopedilum look like?
Right. So it has typically, and this is very generic, the flower stands about 25 centimeters high, green
Okay.
leaves underneath, and it has a pouch. So it's called ladies' slippers or ladies' shoes.
Oh, yeah. This
So
makes
if you
sense.
can imagine that the pouch is where a Chinese person used to wear little slippers, it is like that.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So ladies' shoes, ladies' slippers, slipper orchids.
All sorts of colours?
All sorts of colours, reds, greens,
greens.
yellows, oranges.
Oh, beautiful.
What's your
really
favourite
wide
colour?
ranging. Oh, I like a bright
that?
red, really
You
strong
like the
red.
bright-
There's a lovely one
course.
called Harold Coopervitz, which is a hybrid between two plants. Very yellow, very strong, dark coloured markings on the flower. Looks gorgeous.
And these pouches, do they serve any purpose?
They do. So the little insect which comes along to pollinate it, it falls into the pouch. It doesn't kill it. It doesn't hurt it. It's not carnivorous. As
No.
the fly or beetle or whatever we're going to call it comes out of the back of it, it squeezes through a little hole because all the hairs are pointing in the right direction. And as it then squeezes out, the pollen picks up on the back of its back, flies off to the next one. It doesn't learn what it's done. So it goes into the next little pouch. All the hairs point in the same direction, so it comes out the same place. And it then actually puts the pollen on the stigma, and that's what pollinates the next plant.
And
That's
is
so
it any
amazing.
type of insect that is drawn to that
I
pollen?
don't actually
or is
know
it...
him. There are
specific
some
ones?
bees which do it. There are some flies that do it. It just varies because they are so diverse. I think they're found in every continent apart from one, which is
Right.
Antarctica. I might be wrong about that.
Right.
but they are
Okay.
very, very diverse.
That makes me think, obviously, with all the orchids in your greenhouses, do you have to go around and pollinate them?
I do. I do. We do it with toothpicks. So it sounds
Ah,
a bit
brilliant.
bizarre.
No, it doesn't. It sounds really cool.
So we grow them because we like the shape of them, of how they look, and as a challenge. I pollinate them only occasionally if I want to try something new, if I want to remake something which is old and you can't get.
Mhm.
So if, for example, there's a plant called Paphiopedilum tranlinianum album, which means it's albino, quite
So it's
rare.
white.
It's white. It really means without colour. So it's never really
Okay.
white. It's more yellow.
Okay.
Quite hard to get hold of. I'll then take the pouch off, snap it off really brutally, and then I'll take the pollen myself and actually, using a toothpick, pollinate the right area.
Right.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we don't do. I do 2 or 3 pollinations a month.
Mhm.
When I started, I did loads and
Yeah.
loads, which is why the lab is completely overrun. I don't have enough space or enough time.
Just about to say, I think with all gardening, one always, you can, if you kind of don't do some gardening for a long time, it kind of accumulates. There's always like something to do, seeds to sow, seedlings to prick out, or something to cut back. I can completely understand
Yeah.
that.
I think I'm always behind the curve. I'm never ever in
I
front
think
of the
we're
curve.
the same. It waits for no man.
It
No.
doesn't.
So we've got 3 ornamentals, have we so far?
I like Mahonia japonica.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Oh, Mahonia.
japonica.
What does that look like? I can't think of that.
Really, it's like a holly leaf almost, but bigger. Slightly prickly, lovely yellow flowers, highly scented.
Oh,
Looks
okay, that
nice.
rings a bell. Yes.
It rings a bell because we've got one.
What? Have we got one?
Yeah.
Where is that?
Down at the bottom of the steps.
Oh my gosh, we have. That's why
It's
it rings a
self-seeded,
bell.
I think. So you're forgiven. You're let off the hook. We didn't plant it.
Okay, thank you. There we go.
Mahonia,
Brilliant.
beautiful. Yes.
Last one, pyracantha.
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 I just like feeding the birds.
We're on to the 5 edible plants for your dream garden.
5 edible plants.
What would those be?
Raspberries. Am I allowed fruit?
Anything you like to eat that just you don't particularly know how to grow, even.
Okay. Yeah, raspberries first. Raspberries are a must. 2 crops, autumn bliss. I can't remember what the other one's called. So that's one. Grapes would be another one. We do 2 types of grapes, if I can have both of them in there. We have Black Hamburg, which is the best second crop we get. And the first one we grow is Flame, which is seedless.
Did your Black Hamburg do extremely well this year?
Yes, it didn't do bad.
Because isn't Black Hamburg the one Monty's growing in his greenhouse, Sweet Pea?
Yes, it is.
Black Hamburg?
I think it is.
It just went mad.
Did it?
Crazy.
Those, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do with your grapes? Are you just lying back and eating them?
Yeah, I have somebody who sits there and feeds me.
Yeah,
I sit on the
like
sun,
a Roman
sun lounger.
No. You don't make your own wine or anything like that.
I've got 5 grapes outside as well. 5 different types of grapes outside for winemaking. But these are just edibles. And do you know what? We give a load away to various people because we don't have time to eat them. But I love going in there, always busy, always running around. Go in there, pick off a couple of grapes, nibble them, have a moment.
Yeah.
Again.
And then perfect.
When you say you've got some outdoor ones for making wine, have you made wine yet from your grapes?
We made wine the first couple of years and they were rubbish. And that was about 15 years ago.
But the climate's changed such a lot.
Yeah, and I just haven't had a chance to do it since.
No.
I grow them, I cut them back every year, I feed them every year.
Yeah.
When I retire, that's what we're going to do.
That's what you'll be doing, making your own wine.
So that's those 2. There's a plant called Mirabelle, which is lovely.
Mirabelle
what is fruit. That? It's like a plum. It's super sweet.
Oh.
You get good years and bad years. You have good years where they're fantastic and they're gorgeous and there's loads of them. The next year, they're rubbish. And then they're rubbish for another 2 or 3 years. Flowers super early, so if you get any late frosts, they're all gone.
Oh, okay.
That's no good. Pretty flower?
No.
Yeah, lovely flower.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you've got one in your garden, have you?
Yeah, I got one. In my pretend garden.
That's an interesting point because we've found with our apple trees and our plum trees actually that they will be amazing one year, just loads and loads and loads of fruit, and the second year just nothing whatsoever. They're almost biennial, but carry on.
We found the same with our pears. We've got 2 types of pears,
Yeah.
Conference and Concord, and each year they're alternate years as to what's good and bad.
So you've got quite an orchard there.
Yeah, I got quite a few.
How many apple trees and pears and mirabelles do you have?
Total trees 16, 18.
3, 16, 18?
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think. It's 4 across by 6. It's about 18.
18 of them.
18 different trees. Apples,
Beautiful.
plums, pears, walnuts. We had a walnut tree for 20 years. I've never had a walnut in my life.
Oh.
No way.
Squirrels.
Oh, this is always the problem. It's the squirrels.
The little blighters. And what do you do with all your fruit trees?
It depends. We have good and bad years. Pears, we try to get them, but the pears just never last, and they're either rotten or they're rock hard.
So for eating, just for
eating usually,
personal consumption.
Yeah, or soaking them in brandy, having them with alcohol.
Oh, lovely!
Having them later, poached pears.
Oh, that's
a lot of apple
idea.
sauce, apple crumble.
Yes,
that's
course.
Lovely. Quince jelly. So quince is a lovely flower. Have you ever seen a quince flower? It's got a lovely spiral. It's got a pink, like in vanilla.
Oh.
So yeah, quince is lovely. Quince. They do a lovely quince cheese when you make it into a pate.
Ooh,
that's
yummy.
Lovely too. Lovely with cheese if you like cheese.
Yeah,
yes, we love cheese.
I love quince with cheese. Oh, it's got me thinking I'd like a quince tree now, just to have with my cheese. And do you juice the apples? Or you just eat
sometimes, we've had a couple of bad years, but we've done it lots in the past, and we pasteurise it. So we
You've got that through the winter.
Yeah.
Did you inherit all of these trees, or did you?
No, I planted them all as little whips. So when we came here 25 years ago, we went out the garden centre, bought £1, £3, £4 little whips, and they're all in there.
That's amazing.
Are you Gloucestershire born and bred?
No, I was born in Crediton, Devon.
Okay, because your mum's in Devon still.
Yeah, she's still there.
Yeah,
but I moved away.
Yeah, what moved you up?
Work. So a company I was working for was called Stage Electrics, lighting and sound company. They moved to Bristol. I went with them to Bristol, and while I was there, I had the opportunity of working for BBC Natural History Unit. I then went freelancer, as you call it, and that's when I started special effects.
Yeah.
My first job was a big vat of bubbling liquid. It was boiling away, and I had to put live toads and frogs into this boiling liquid. That started a nice
story, and then it turned really dark. Why were you doing that?
It was supposed for a film.
What, just torturing toads and frogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't
But because I'm
nice.
a nice guy, I made it out of wallpaper paste, coloured it brown, and then we got an air pump, and we pumped air through it. So then all these bloops, these little compressed air bubbles. And then we introduced smoke into it, so when they went bloop, bloop, you had a little puff of smoke at it. So you were able to put all the animals in there looking like they were being tortured and burnt for the Natural History Unit.
Actually,
but they were okay.
They were having a jacuzzi.
Your face is the pictures.
They were having a jacuzzi with dry ice, smoke effects.
So fun.
It was just part of the natural history. They were saying that, in some cultures, this is what they do for them to get hallucinogenic effects.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to represent it without harming any animals.
Yeah.
Which obviously no animals were harmed in the making of it.
Good. Yes. No, that's a more reassuring story now.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I thought your face was a picture.
What's the fourth edible?
Oh, okay.
Any veggies in there?
I'm not a big veggie man.
Not
I do dry potato. So Calabrese, Cavallonera.
Cavallonera.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So you don't grow any veg at yours?
We do. Just the slugs get them. The bugs get them. So this year we have actually... I've done a bit of a deal with my partner, and then we've just created 2 raised beds. So where the vegetable patch is, it's quite hard work rotating and digging and all the rest of it. So I've done a deal where I've done 1 raised bed for my orchids. So the external orchids we talked about is going to live in an outdoor bed there.
Wow, so they get their own raised bed. What sort of size bed is this?
It's a sleeper by half a sleeper. So what's that? 2 meters by a meter. something like that.
Oh, nice.
And so what we've done is we've pre-sunk 150 little pots into the ground. We've covered it into sand, so it's like a sand plunge bed. Is what they
Wow.
call it.
Wow.
I'll send you photos later. So yes, lots of little pots in there which are empty. And then if you take a plant which you want to be cool during the winter, because they like to go down to -1, they like to be cold. That helps the flowers form.
Okay.
Put them outside then on the bed, and then you can then take them up and inside, or you can sell them separately without having to dig them up. Each one's in its own little pot.
Oh,
Wait, so you've got the pots already buried in the sand, so they're open at the top, and then you just take the whole pot
And then you
put it
take
in the other
another
pot.
pot which fits in the original pot to put it in there.
Oh,
I see through in the black one.
So
like
you can
you
do,
had.
yes. And see through in the
got
black
it.
one is what we do with our indoor plants. So when we sell a plant, we can say to people, look, the plant looks lovely,
Healthy
it hasn't got
roots.
any pests, and it's got lovely roots.
Yeah,
And therefore we think that
Perfect.
makes us very different to our competitors.
So this technique in the sand, is that a standard technique or something you've come up with?
I mean, it's something I've come up with, but I'm sure it's not
Yeah,
rocket science. I'm sure other people do it.
yeah.
I haven't seen other people. Whatever I do in life is always difficult. I never do anything which is easy or simple. And so these plants we grow are quite tricky,
Yeah.
very rewarding, but they do need a bit of just love and care.
Yeah.
So by putting them in the sand bed, it means they chill down, and they're easy then to move or to sell, to enjoy.
That sounds a great idea. You talking about the maintenance of them. You said on the show that you spend something like an hour in the morning saying good morning to them and a couple of hours in the evening.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably a bit longer if I'm honest. But
Longer?
No
probably a
way.
bit long. Yeah, it's an hour in the. No, it's probably half an hour in the morning. Kind of. So everything stays at about 15 degrees at night, and then we'll turn it up to 20, 25 during the day. So I walk around in the morning. All the heaters go up by a couple of stops. I just wander up and down each bench, make sure everything's okay. Then at night, I go around and I turn the heaters down to their night setting. And then I just say goodnight to each one, make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, that's 100,000 to go round.
Yeah, 100,000.
Babies to look after.
They've all got little names. I know them each by name.
Oh, your kids.
No way.
Do you have real life human children as well?
I have one son called
You
Samuel.
have one son. Is he as into orchids as you?
No, he hates them. No, he loves them. He's really good. He's very good at gardening. He enjoys the orchids, but he thinks I'm a little obsessed.
Now, we talked about the sleeper bed with the orchids in, and then the other one is
there was another bed with
the
vegetables. Yeah, so we're going to try and have a smaller area because we quite like the way Don has his little raised beds and he walks up and he has a little plank and all that. So we're going to try to do the same with that because I think it'll be easier because we get carrot fly, we get bugs. We thought if we had this raised bed, it's much easier to do a frame around it. You've got a very defined area to have X number of plants. And so this year I'd like to put in, a couple of rows of carrots, a couple of rows of beetroots, and I've got this area for those broccoli things, Cavallonera.
Those broccoli things.
Broccoli things. Those things over there.
Calabres, yeah. And I can then tent it properly and make sure the bugs and the caterpillars don't get in there so easily.
And also there's the theory that if the bed is raised, the carrot fly don't fly that high.
Precisely, and all of that.
So maybe that'll work.
So I think that's the plan.
Yes.
So I've got room for another 2 or 3 more raised beds. We're just going to try one to see how it works.
How much land do you have? How much space do you have in your...
So we've got about 5 acres, so we've got quite a lot.
Decent, right?
But a lot of it's for the full-time job. So if you come to me and say, I want to blow up a car, what does a car look like when it explodes? We'll take one out and we'll do that.
No.
If somebody wants to see what a lightning machine works, we'll take a lightning machine out or,
So did you say your son's name was Sam?
Samuel.
Samuel. So Samuel must absolutely love that.
He loves hiking.
Orchids can just...
he loves walking, hiking, the outdoor world, goes for a jog every day. He's in his element being a proper boy.
And then explosions.
He likes the explosions, yes. I've got lots of videos of him pressing the button and twisting things and things like that.
Of course. Now, Sweet Pea particularly hates loud noises, bangs, balloons, anything like that. How would you cope, Sweet Pea, with that? If you were allowed to press the detonator, would that appeal to you, or not really?
I would want to press the detonator, but I would wear about 5 kind of headphones, just like this, coming
Does
off
it
my
rattle
head.
inside? Do you feel it? Makes you feel funny?
Yeah, but I've never been good with fireworks and
Okay.
not good with explosions.
You've never had any
whatsoever.
accidents or anything like that in the past to trigger it?
No,
Or-
just born like that.
She's got sort of quite hypersensitive hearing, so she's
Okay.
music's her thing. So she's really into music and can
Right,
pick up
okay.
a tune, and she hears the nuance that I just wouldn't. That just goes
Yeah,
straight past me, and I wonder if it's therefore connected. So she's hearing more than someone like
Yes,
me
that
is
makes a lot
hearing,
of
and
sense.
therefore a loud bang is just too much for the brain.
Too much
Yeah.
information going in.
Yeah,
Far too
yeah,
much
sensory
information.
overload, I'd say. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, we actually do need one last edible plant.
Pineapples, but only because I grow them.
Oh, do you?
Oh, really?
So pineapples, yeah, we have probably half a dozen pineapples a year. In 2 of the greenhouses, there are just some
Really?
pineapples beds at the end. Well, they're just big pots, really, not beds.
Because
And
they
then we
fruit
grow
every
them.
other year, don't they? Or it takes 2 years to get a fruit.
Most years we get them.
Oh, wow.
Right. So how many plants do you have in total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10.
And you get
10
6 a year?
plants.
Yeah.
That's incredible. What sort of size pineapple are you getting?
Probably
Decent.
12 inches, maybe 9 inches
Oh,
of flesh. 9 inches of
Wow.
flesh.
Yeah.
that's a big
fresh.
pineapple.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
But so the important thing is, and you can't control it, you need them to ripen during the summer. So if they flower in October, November, and they ripen during the winter, they're really sour and watery and yucky because there isn't the sun to do it. What you really want the
okay.
flower to happen in April, March, them to then flower to fruit during the summer. Then when you harvest them in October or a bit before that, they're just super sweet and lovely. Oh, they
And-
smell so good.
And you're doing this from seed?
No, just from so there are a couple of things. Firstly, most of them have just come from pineapples from from
Supermarket?
yeah,
Yeah, and you cut off the top and put that in the ground.
cut off the
essentially.
top. So the mistake which most people make, and I've made, is you take your pineapple top. If it's ripe, you cut it off. You hollow out the bit just near the skin where the leaves go in there. You put it to one side. You don't touch it for 10 days. So you let that completely dry out, and only then do you pot it up in a grit mix, and that
okay.
then actually does it. If you do it too early, they always rot.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So they need to
interesting.
form that skin, and then that will grow on. From that one, it probably would take you 3 or 4 years to produce a pineapple from that one cutting. But
Right.
when they're actually going, they're great.
Well, that's a top tip because Sweet Bee's very keen on pineapple plants, and
Yeah.
I buy
Yeah,
her
lovely.
one every so often, and they don't last long.
So the problem you do find is I tried to grow them in a polytunnel, they all died. It does need that warm environment. A friend of mine grows them
Okay.
on a sunny windowsill.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Lots of strong feed. Oh, they're lovely.
On to your statement tree for the garden.
Statement tree. I've already had, had
Had your
magnolia already.
Yeah.
What's that? Laburnum.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, no one's chosen that yet, and I don't know why not. It's a gorgeous tree, isn't it?
Laburnum. The other one would be there's like a cedrus tree you get where you the bark is super soft and you can punch it. It's like a sponge almost. That'd be the other one, but I can't remember the Latin name.
Isn't
Oh,
that
I
a
want to know
cork
what
tree?
that is now.
No, it's not a cork tree.
Cork tree.
Yeah,
Gonna need
it's
to
like a
look that
cedar
up.
tree.
A cedar tree?
It's not. It's like a cedar tree, apart from the bark is so soft. It's like a sponge.
Right. Well, let me see if I can find it now. Cedar tree,
Yeah.
tree, spongy bark. Western red cedar,
Could be that.
Thuya plicata. Tree's dense foliage attracts many birds and insects which find shelter in the fissured bark. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it could be. It sounds about right. It is that kind of style. Single trunk, very round. 2 meters across.
Right.
Not for your average garden though. So we could just stick with laburnum.
Okay.
We'll
But
put a
that's got an
special
honourable
mention to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it sounds amazing with the spongy bark.
Yes, it's so soft. It's like I just want to hug it.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, next, would you like a pond or a pool, and what plant for that area in your garden?
So I'd like a pool, but they're so expensive and
But
all
it's your
those
dream garden.
chemicals. Oh, I know what I want.
No,
I know what I want.
Oh, perfect.
I want because you get the
Natural pool.
new natural swimming pools.
Natural. Oh my god, how many times
We
have
have
we gonna
had
have
this.
Oh,
So
I'm
many
sorry.
times. Don't
Have you had it
worry
so
at
many
all.
times? They're crystal clear. They've got straight sides, and
Do you know
they
you get leeches in them?
really. Do you
Yeah.
guys think it leeches in this country? Do you?
Yeah. So you're going to have a natural pool, and you said with straight sides, so you don't want one that looks like a natural pond. You can get some
No.
of those. You want one that looks like a swimming pool.
Looks like a
Has a
swimming pool.
regeneration area.
Has plants on the side, but
Yeah.
they're actually built into the actual.
Yeah,
So you're not trying to be one thing or another. You are.
sure. And
Yeah.
what sort of size is this? Are you wanting to swim length?
Oh, it's
You're a swimmer?
Yeah, not a big swimmer.
Okay.
I'm more of a jacuzzi sitting
wally.
down, and
So a plunge pool.
it could be a
Yes,
plunge
type
for a hot
size.
tub. Can you get a hot tub for
You
them?
can have a hot tub if you want. Well, I don't think the plants were like that, but you can
Yeah,
have a
they're
hot
not
tub.
gonna like that, are they? Let's go with
You could have what
4
you put your
meters by.
frogs into.
We don't have for. We use toads in the greenhouses.
I mean, in your special
I
effects.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Natural
could do that.
history.
They were big frogs.
So you could sit in one of those and we can just puff air
Puff.
up
Yeah,
at you,
they were
bubble
very
around
big.
you.
In the greenhouses, they've got lots of toads.
Really?
Loads and loads of toads. Yep. We literally each greenhouse has about 3 or 4 toads.
Did you put them in there or they just
Oh,
found
wow.
their way
Yeah, we put them in there, I'm
for
afraid,
pest control?
for pest control. It works really well. But then we found out we did
Yeah.
put too many in there at one point, and they started to go very skinny. So we had to take
Oh.
some out
Oh,
because I think there was
Oh.
just not enough food for them.
Poor little
too much
things.
competition.
But now, literally, 2 or 3 is the right number. They're all really plump,
greenhouse.
really happy.
Oh,
Oh.
sweet. There's a win-win. Do you have a pond where you are?
We do have a pond. So we've got a big pond, which is probably about 30 metres by 20 metres. Island
That's
in
a
the
massive
middle.
pond.
It's quite a
Okay,
big
so a
pond.
lake, yeah.
Yeah, a lake. Just
A small
put
lake.
that in there.
Have you got a boat on it?
No, we haven't.
How do you
A
get
jetty?
to the island?
We haven't got a jetty, speedboat. No. So we cut off the top of a beer barrel. We kind of got one of those round things.
Do you actually?
No way.
My son did many years ago
To get to the island?
to get to the island. I used to
That
put
is
waders
brilliant.
on. It's about a metre deep.
Okay.
So
Okay.
finding I
It
don't
is a
bend
pond.
over, I'm kind of fine.
That's a decent sized pond. How nice.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
We used to have geese. The geese used to keep all the duck pond, used to keep everything in order.
Yeah.
We got rid of the geese and they died because they were just pooing everywhere, essentially. And then everything's becoming overgrown.
Yeah.
We actually needed the geese to keep
Right.
the pond life in the right order
Of course.
and everything
Yeah.
else. So it was interesting lesson in how nature's kind of has to be balanced.
Yeah. There's
entirely.
equilibrium, isn't there?
Yeah, without the
Yeah.
geese, everything's become really overgrown. It's very natural, but it's mainly really just a reed bed now,
Right.
rather than
Okay.
a nice pond.
So with your pool, your
Yep.
natural pool, what's going to be your plant?
Yes.
Water lilies, I love water lilies.
Can't go wrong with a water lily, can you?
They're gorgeous.
What colour?
White with a little yellow centre.
Pretty.
Though I do like the
lovely.
pink ones. The pink ones are nice too.
Yeah.
The ones we've got on our big pond just are massive. They're too big. I quite like the ones which are very dainty.
More floaty
Like
than kind of
floating
moundy.
and things like that.
I get that. I remember Monty actually was having to divide this huge pond lily, which has just become a mound, was almost kind of growing out of the water instead of nicely
Yes.
flat on
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
You could have
It's quite a
divided
beast, isn't
them
it?
regularly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're mega. Just don't have time.
A quick question. When you built your pond, well, are the pond plants in baskets or are they directly in soil?
So we never built the pond as such. So when we, the person before us, because we live on a farm, it was a slurry pit, essentially, a kidney-shaped slurry pit, which isn't quite so attractive. But the person before us, 25 years ago, then made it into a pond area. So we simply dug out the other half. And so it is just naturally clay. So it does go up and down as and when, the rains come and go.
Yeah.
So it's completely natural from that point of view. We do have very small ponds in the back garden, but the liners break and this breaks and the water is much. So we've abandoned them in some way, and we're trying to think something arty we can do with the hole in the ground because at the moment they are just
a well.
a dump. Yeah, it is a well, which isn't quite so attractive.
Final question for today. What would be your favourite seating area with a nice drink to sit back and relax with, and finally a plant for that area.
That is so easy. So it will be my well, which is just to the right
Oh, yes.
of my polytunnel.
Yeah.
Eden Project.
A stack
Eden
of bricks
Project.
in the centre, in around the well, glass top, 4 seats around the edge.
Yes.
I'm going to say not gin and I'm going to say gin and bitter lemon
Oh,
in front of me. A little cup of olives, pistachio nuts on the
Nice.
side.
Lovely.
Maybe a selection of cheeses
Yes.
with some apples
with
and walnuts.
Yeah.
Soft brie,
very nice.
olive bread,
Oh, you're the first person to bring nibbles to this section.
gorgonzola and honey
Yeah.
to go with those.
Surely some quince as well.
Yes, some
maybe
quince.
jam
I can't remember
with your
what's
cheese.
the quince paste called? Membrillo.
Membrillo is that quince paste.
Yeah, it is. Try that.
Oh,
It's lovely.
wow.
And try it with the cheese. It's just gorgeous. And the plants to go around that. I said the banana behind me, but then I think probably lilies are just really nice. Fragrant lilies.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of colour?
I like the. I've always liked stargazer and things like that.
Stargazer. What does that look like?
Really big flower, about the size of your hand again. Very
wow.
fragrant.
They're white, aren't they?
They're white. Well, stargazer's white. What's that one with the pinky bits?
Oh.
Same kind of style. Anyway,
Ah.
fragrant lily.
And you're seating, you say you've got 4 chairs around the well. What are the chairs like? Are they wooden chairs?
So
are they
the-
loungers?
They are die-cast aluminium chairs
All right.
with the soft cushions,
Mhm.
and they're facing towards the Bluebell Woods, which is the wood
Beautiful.
down at the bottom of the garden.
Have you got your well lit up? Have you got lights in it?
I haven't. We looked at it, but actually, originally we were going to, but we found that if you actually look into the well, if you have it as a glass top, it just goes green really quickly, and the
Right.
well walls go green, and it's really unhealthy for the water.
Yeah.
So we actually do have it covered as a glass top, which is what we
Yeah.
have, but we have a plastic sheet over it.
Right.
Okay.
And there's a little pump, a hose, which goes in the side. So during the summer, we can then water the grass.
What a
Oh,
find.
brilliant.
Oh, it's been so cool to come across a well.
We spent a long time looking for it. Probably about
So
10,
you knew
15
it
years.
existed?
Well, we knew it's quite an old house. It didn't have water at one stage. There was likely to be a well. We did get some of those rods. And every time we had a bottle of wine, we then thought it was a good idea. Off we'd go.
What's it called? Water. What do you call it?
Divination. And there are lots of holes in my own lawn where,
where you dug after
I'm sure it's here. I'm sure it's here.
Come on, Zolly, we're going to dig here.
Never found it. And then, so we looked for years, and then all of a sudden I was doing some other work, and I noticed a little a trickle of water, which I dug, and it wouldn't stop. And I came back a day later, and it still was there. And I'm thinking, that's odd. So anyway, a couple of years later, we had a JCB in. My wife's quite good with a JCB, so she was digging away, and we tried to look, and we couldn't find it. I said, right, one last look. And then all of a sudden, we just went through the side wall of it, and the whole thing collapsed. So we had to rebuild it.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. How incredible.
There's a little hole in there about so big. So we peeked through and found our way.
Wow.
Yeah, what a find.
Well, I'm going to read back to you the dream garden, just in case there's anything where you're that's crazy. Sitting comfortably. Good.
It's all crazy.
It's all crazy, but it's awesome crazy. So, the garden boundary, first of all, we have one part which is the Eden Project, so glass domes looking beautiful. And then the other side, we have a boundary of woodland with bluebells. You also had a drive coming up to the area with the snowdrops. A little corner in the Eden Project was for orchids, another little corner for cacti. And then we had the well with your banana plants and a glass top to it. Then we wanted a shed, not a greenhouse, because I had to scribble all of that out.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
In the Eden Project, natural brown cedar with a king's chair in there in a kind of burgundy. And also, must not forget, the fridge with beer in it. Nice.
Yeah, very important.
Then 5 ornamentals. We had peonies, red burgundy colour, magnolia with white and pink, slipper orchids or paphiopedilum, if I say that correctly, red, Mahonia japonica and pyracantha. Then your 5 edibles, we had raspberries, autumn bliss, and another one which you couldn't remember the name of. Grapes, black Hamburg and flame, mirabelle, cavallonero, and pineapples. Then your 1 tree was a laburnum with a special mention to the western red cedar, which we think is the spongy bark thing.
Yep.
Then you wanted a natural swimming pool, straight size with a regeneration area and a water lily in there, white with a yellow centre. And then finally, your kind of seating area was around the well, 4 chairs, gin and a bit of lemon with nibbles, olives, cheeses, walnuts, olive bread, honey, quince, all sorts. And then your lily was a stargazer, nice and fragrant for the area.
Lovely. Very good. Very good indeed.
That sounds
amazing.
pretty unusual. And
Do you get many
also
like that?
beautiful. Not
Sounds-
really.
No, it's absolutely amazing.
And that's what makes it so brilliant.
Exactly.
So thank you very much. That's been a good old chit chat with Mark.
Thank you for having me. It's been exciting.
Really enjoyed it.